Okay, I'm going to teach you how to play a Queen song, one of my favorite Queen songs. Bring back that Leroy Brown on banjo ukulele today. It's a beautiful day, very sunshiny day. You know the song. I'm not going to play the song for you to start off. I'm just going to walk you through, because if you found this video and this is something you're wanting to do, you already know the song very well, and you probably already have a banjo ukulele or a ukulele, and you're like, I want to play that. So that being said, this is a pretty wild piece of music. A lot of different instruments, of course, a lot of different parts, and these different parts support each other throughout the musical piece. So that being said, there's parts I won't try to go into because I've not even tried to figure them out. I'm basically just going to play you just the basic chords that go along with this, because I couldn't really find any good tutorials on this. So I had to actually kind of piece it together from random Googling and just trying to teach myself and listen for different chords and stuff. So we are in the key of C here, and the beginning part is going to go, and by the way, also, if you want to play this piece of music, this is really not a beginner song to play on a ukulele. There's a lot of different random weird chord formations. So I'm not going to walk you through the chord formations I consider to be more basic, like a C and a G and a G7 and a D7. I'm not going to walk you through those. I will point out to you the ones that are weird, that happen throughout the song. And honestly, I don't even know the names of these. At one point when I was looking at music, I did. So those are the ones I'll point out to you, the weird chord formations. But the basic ones I want. So the song starts with the C, an open C, and it goes C, G7, C, G7. Okay, so bring back, and strumming patterns, you kind of figure that out for yourself. Again, it's not a beginner piece, so there's some strumming patterns and some things later on in the song that I might break down, but not so much for this. So C, G7, C, G7, C, and then we're going to go into our first weird formation. Okay, so this first weird chord I'll show you here. We start off with your middle finger. This is how I play it, on the A string on the 2nd fret, your index finger on the 1st fret of the E string, and then your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the C string. So it sounds like this. Very unresolved. By the way, I have a sock in my banjo ukulele. I like to use that to kind of mute the sound a little bit. So again, we're going to go to that weird one at the end of that first part. So that Leroy Brown, and I just kind of go, just mute the strings on that part. Back that Leroy Brown. There's where that chord shows up. And then we're going to do the same thing again. Bring back C, G7, C. Weird chord. So I'll play it for you one more time. Okay, so that's your first part. Then we're going to go into the next part. I forget the words. Bet your bottom dollar bill you're a playboy. Okay, so that's going to start with a C. Dun, 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 dun. And then we're going to go to another weird chord. Okay, this is some variation of something. I'll show you how I do this. So it's kind of like playing a G. Oh. Okay, we got a little tuning issue there. That's okay, though. We're going to play through it here. Okay, so we started with the C, and then we're going to play this chord with the A string, 2nd fret. I put my ring finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, and then I put my middle finger above that on the 3rd fret of the C. Okay, so we're going to go C, okay, to that chord, and then we're going to go back to a C. Okay, bet your bottom, and I do all downstrokes there, by the way. Okay, and I do kind of a bum, 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 bum. And then we're going to go to an E7, which, by the way, you're going to have to forgive me. That 1st fret on my G string there. Yeah, I got some fret buzz, so you're going to have to forgive me for that. But we're going to go E7, A minor. So again, that verse part. Hear that? E7, A minor, okay? And then we're going to go back to that C. And then I go to an F7. and then a G7. Okay? So I'll play that whole part for you. Okay, got that? So again, that's E7, A minor, C, then an F7, G7, C. Okay, and then we're going to go back to a C after that. So this is we're going to start working up the frets here on this part. So the first time through, we're going to play it like this. Okay, and again, you have to I apologize here. My tuning seems a little bit strange right now, but I think I'm falling out of tune. I got new strings on here. I guess it's okay. All right, so we start with a C, and we're going to go C, and then we're going to form a G minor, I guess is what this would be. Right? Isn't that a G minor? Is that a G minor? No, this is... Okay, whatever. All right, so C, and then this is an open G string, second fret on the C, first fret on the E, and then the third fret on the A. Okay? So... And then we're going to move that up. I move that whole shape up to form a G chord, but with an open. No, actually, it's the opposite of a G. No, that's a G. See, I'm getting all confused here. All right. So I try to make a tutorial, and this is what happens. I confuse everybody. Okay, so again, C, and then we're going to put our middle finger on the second fret on the C string, and the first fret on the E string. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to move that up to your ring finger stays the same on the third fret, but both your middle finger and your index finger just move up one fret apiece. Okay. Okay. This is open. That string's still open, and then we're going to leave this G string open, and we're going to move this whole thing up. And I like to put down my index finger over the third fret on the A and E string, and then move my middle finger up to the fourth fret on the C string, okay? And that's kind of like a different way to play like a C chord, okay? So again, going through that whole part right there. Okay? So again, 3, 3, 4 on that. Okay, that makes sense? Okay? So again, that whole verse part, I'll play that for you one more time. And then we're going to go into this, took my money out of gratitude and he get right out of town. Okay, that part's easy. Just A minor, E7, A minor. Okay, took my money out of gratitude and he get right out of town. And now we're going to play this, what is that, like a diminished chord? I don't know what it is. It's another weird chord. Here we go. So I'm going to bar the entire second fret, and then I put my middle finger on the third fret on the C string, my ring finger on the third fret of the A string. Okay? So again, took my money out of gratitude. Took my money out of gratitude and you get right out of town. Okay? And then we're going to play, you gotta giddy up, steady up, shoot him down. Okay? So that's a C, then a B7, C, B7, and then we're going to drop the whole thing down, B flat 7, and then drop it down again to an A7. Okay, so again, C, B7, B flat 7, A7. Okay, okay. So took my money out of gratitude. Okay, and you can put a triplet in there if you want to. If you want to do that, if you don't, that's fine too. Okay, and then we're going to play a D minor 7 here to a G7. Okay, so D minor 7, G7, which is hard to play on a D minor 7. Always gives me trouble. Okay, and then we're going to go to that weird chord. Hey, that was the one that we played at the very beginning when we went, bring back that Leroy Brown. That's that same chord right there. Giddy up, steady up, shoot 'em down. I'm gonna hit that latitude, babe. That's that same chord, okay? Then we go back and we play that bring back that Leroy Brown. Bring back, you gotta ring that Leroy Brown. Okay, now then we're gonna go into this next part. And it's basically all the same. The only thing that's really different here is there's a picking pattern, okay? So, don't got brains, but he sure got a lot of style. And the picking part. This one's still a little hard for me to do. I don't do it right half the time, and that's okay. It's a very quick picking part. But basically, the idea there is the same. We're doing the same thing. The things that we did in the first verse, we're doing the same thing here. So it's that same. Okay, and all we're doing here is I'm playing that with my middle finger, or sometimes I use my ring finger, just depending. I guess I'm playing with my ring finger. You can play with your middle, whatever works for you. And so we're just gonna go. We're gonna go A string, E string, C string. Okay, A, E, C string, and then we're just gonna repeat that. Okay. So it sounds like I'm doing something fancy. I'm not. I'm just going A string, E string, C string, A string, E string, C string. I'm just doing that over and over, just with that. It's kind of like is that like a triplet rhythm, or like a syncopated rhythm? And then I usually end it with a flick. So however that works for you, just kind of work. If you want to try to play that part, awesome. Kind of hard for me to slow it down and think about it, but the idea is to go like this. Something like that. So work on that. You'll end up playing it better than me because I kind of suck at playing it. So that's kind of how I do it. And I just kind of flick that last part. So anyway, and then we're going to go into same thing. Yeah. Get out the heat, step into the shade. You're going to get me there, dead or alive, babe. Same thing. So this next part's like a bass / guitar solo. So all I really do to play through it is I just hit the C and I go, and then I mute the strings. And I might throw in a triplet in there or something just to do that. So it's like C. Woo, woo. It's just a C. Woo, woo. And then this part I'll usually pluck down and go, bring back Leroy. And all I'm doing there, remember that part that we played that goes, okay, so it's just that idea of going open on the C and the E, and then going 2 and 1 on the same C and E, then 3 and 2, then 4 and 3. It's just running up that. Okay, that's all it is. So again, on that part with the bass solo, I go. Woo woo, woo woo. Do the same thing. Woo woo. Okay, again. So I'll show you up close. And then I go pluck, 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 and I'm just using just the fingernail right there just to go pluck, 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 pluck up that fretboard there. That's all I'm doing. Bring back Leroy, woo woo, woo woo. Bring back Leroy Brown. That's just an A minor. And then E7, A minor. So just that same thing we've already done before. E7, A minor. Okay? Then this next part technically has a bunch of different instruments all doing different things. It's like does this really wild, cool thing with piano and bass and guitars. So I'm not going to do that. I don't have all those instruments. So all I do is and then I just go back to that D7 or D minor 7, excuse me. D minor 7, G7, and then I go to that weird chord that we learned at the beginning. That's all I do on that. I don't try to do any of that stuff, I just do it. So altogether, that whole part sounds like this. Woo woo, bring back Leroy, woo woo, woo woo, bring back Leroy what I do. You can work it out yourself. If you want to do something different there, awesome. You know, go do it, man. Get creative with it. Then we're just going to go back to the, I guess, the chorus. Bring back that Leroy Brown. Bring back, gotta bring back Leroy Brown. And then we go into the next part, which is basically the same idea with the verse that we've already learned. Big Mama Lulu Bell, she had a nervous breakdown. Leroy taking her honey child. I guess the only difference there is that I don't play an F7 right there. On the Leroy taking her honey, I just play a straight F. Honey child, G7. And then we go to C. Okay? Now we're going to get into the slow part. So, Leroy taking her honey child away, C, A7, or E7, A minor. Leroy taking her honey child, C, E7, A minor. Okay, now we're going to go to the D minor 7. But she met him down at the station. That's just an A minor. And we'll do the same thing again. Put a shotgun to his head. D minor 7 to the A minor. And then we're just going to play a D minor, no 7. And unless I be mistaken, that's just an F. Mistaken. That's a B7. This is what she said. And that's a G7, okay? And if you want, you can add in that high note right there, which is on the 10th fret. This is what she said. Because there's like, in the song, there's a, ooh, some note that one guy hits that nobody can, or only dogs can hear it. But that's the 10th fret if you want to be fancy and add that in. So again, we'll go through that part. D minor, A minor, D minor 7, A minor, D minor to F, then B7 to G7. All right. And then the next part, the part that goes, big bad Leroy, big bad Leroy. That's just that same thing that we did on the bass solo part where we went open, open, 2-1, 3-2, 4-3. Same thing there. Just faster and doing it twice. Big bad boy, big bad Leroy. That's the same A minor, E7 combination there. So again, that's an A minor, E7, A minor, and then that's where Freddie goes, gonna get that cutie pie. And then we go back to that weird chord we learned at the beginning, same one. Bring back that Leroy Brown. All right, so we got that. Now we go into the part where it's like, big bag causing a mighty fine sensation. We already know that part. We've already learned that part. Gonna got himself elected president. Okay, so that part, I play an F7 there again. C, F7, G7, and then we go back to that picking part. We already know this part. It's that same part, except we play the chords. We actually strum it. So, got himself elected president. And then we drop down to an F. So it actually goes, there's backup vocals on that part. It goes, we want Leroy for president. Right? That's just an F that I play, and I let that ring out. And I get ready for the solo. So the way that Brian May plays this is like, it's like a George Formby style banjo ukulele solo, right? And George Formby, a lot of triplets. Right? He liked to play a lot of triplets and a lot of split stroke. And split stroke is, you have to look that up somewhere else if you're interested and you don't know how to do that. But split stroke is basically the idea of going and doing, you'll just have to look it up somewhere else because I'm not very good at it. I'm not very good at it. So Brian May plays this George Formby style ukulele solo, banjo ukulele solo there, which I just can't quite figure out. So if you can figure it out, awesome. Do a video somewhere. I'd love to be able to play it correctly. I'm either too lazy or not good enough, or a combination of the two, to be able to learn it. So there you go. So here's what I do. We want Leroy for president. And then I start here and I do a triplet and I kind of run up the fretboard there to play this 7th chord, which I guess would be a D, E flat, E, F7, which is on 5th fret barred. with your middle finger on the 6th fret on the A string. Okay, and that's my first chord, so I go, and I just do that triplet. Okay, and then I do a split stroke there. So again, so what I'm doing there is I'm going that F7 there, and then I play this, and I'll show you what I'm playing there. Again, I'm barring that. I'm putting on the 5th fret. I'm putting my middle finger on the 6th fret on the C string, and I'm putting my ring finger on the 7th fret on the A string. And it's kind of a fun chord. Okay, and that I play split stroke style. Okay, so I go, and then I play up here to the, let's see, what would this be, D, F? I think that is a G, right? Yeah, G. So I play that G, that barred G, which is you're barring the 7th fret and adding in I added my pinky on the 10th, right? Okay, and then, see where I'm at here. Then I drop that just down to a G7. So again, I play that barred on the 7th, pinky on the 10th fret, and then I just put my middle finger on the 8th fret, and that makes a G7. So again, 10th fret there, 8th fret there, okay? And for that, I just kind of do I do almost the same thing, where it's some downstrokes maybe with a triplet, and then kind of a split stroke there. So I'll play that whole solo for you. So bum, I play a triplet. I don't know. I don't even know what I do there. So I play that downstroke on that G, and then I play a triplet there. Bum, and then split stroke. So I'll try to play it really slow. It's hard. It's actually harder to play it slow, if you can imagine. So I'll try to play this whole solo very slow. So again, I run up the scale at the beginning. Really hard to play it slow. I'll play it fast. And that's just how I do it. Again, if you figure out a different way or something you like better, that is not authentic to the song. Brian May is far too good for me to be able to replicate. Okay, so da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then, this part, I play C, F7, G7, C, F7, G7. So he's a big boy, and as it goes, I'm gonna hit him like a shimmy, shimmy leather. So again, that's just C. I don't know the words. C, F7, G7, C, F7, G7. Okay, he's a big boy, or no, that's not it. So he's whatever the words. And then I drop to an A minor. He's a big boy, bad boy. So A minor, E7, Leroy. No, actually, you know what? I'm going to correct that because I don't play an E7 there. I just forgot. The bad boy. I actually play A minor, and then I just drop down my index finger to the 1st fret on the G string and leave the rest of the strings open. So it's like A minor, whatever that chord is, C, then I play a D7. And then that's when I play, remember how we played those chords during one part where we did this bar the 2nd fret, and then middle finger on the 3rd, index finger, or ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A string. So again, bar the 2nd fret with my index finger, middle finger on the 3rd fret of the C string, ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A string. Okay, so it's kind of like a D7, but you're adding in that middle finger on the C string on the 3rd fret. Okay, that chord, you can take that one, and then you can move that up the whole thing up 3 frets, and then you can do it again. Okay, so again, you can do that on the 2nd fret, on the 5th fret, and on the 8th fret, and it's actually the same chord, it's just you're inverting the notes a little bit every time. Okay, so what I do on that last part is I'll go, he's a big boy, bad boy, C, D7, and then you could do it the right way or you could do it my way because I don't have all the instruments at my disposal. So what I do is I go, So again, I go on the 2nd fret, that chord formation, move it up to the 5th fret, and then move it up to the 8th fret. Okay. All right. So again, I'll show you how I do that with the whole part. So don't care where you get them from. Okay. Another big boy, bad boy, Leroy. Don't care where you get them from. Okay. And then I play the 5th fret, all barred on the 5th fret of my next finger. That's actually a D minor 7. Remember D minor 7 down here, right? That's a D minor 7 up on the 5th fret. Everything barred. And no other fingers doing anything. The whole thing barred. Okay? So, I'm gonna bring that big bad. So I do that on the 5th fret. Bring that big bad Leroy back. Okay? And that's that weird chord we played at the beginning. We've seen it a lot in this song. So we're gonna play that one 7, or that one to a C, excuse me. 1, I'm back. And then you just close it with a C. So again, that ending part. Gonna hit him in the bad weather this time. Like a shimmy, shimmy, leather. He's a big boy, bad boy, Leroy. Don't care where you get him from. I'm gonna bring that big bad Leroy back. Want him back. Something like that. So, was that clear as mud? It's a pretty wild piece, and I probably didn't do a great job explaining it. But hey, I hope that helps you, because it's a really fun song to play, and it's a really cool song. And hopefully you can mess around with that and have some fun with it. It did take me a little time. I've been playing ukulele for several years, and that one did take me a while to get used to. So don't beat yourself up if you can't play it automatically. But it's a fun one to work with. Work with it a little bit at a time, and hopefully I've made this clear-ish. And hopefully you, I don't know, just play and have fun. That's what it's all about, right? So thanks for watching, and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll try to do some more, ukulele and other tutorials in the future. So thanks a lot.